So another class. We had a very interesting class last week. And so let us keep it on the same way. For those who weren't here for that, once I have gathered all email addresses properly and so on, everybody would eventually get the notes and the link and everything, right? So I'm praying that we don't have any more new people after this week because we cannot manage.
I have a colleague. I don't know why she didn't receive the link.
Who is
But
that?
her name Daniel Thompson.
Then you send her the link now? O'Neill, you have the link and I send it to her, O'Neill.
All right,
I,
miss. All right, give
that's
me a minute. Let me just do it, miss.
yeah. If you
All
know
right,
such enough for there, I say her man.
all right.
If she, I mean, that means I didn't get it. I only can go by what I get. Are you sure it's for Daniel what?
Thompson.
I don't even have her on my listing here, so that's probably why I didn't get it. I didn't get
Um,
it. I
she
didn't
got
get
a
it.
link. She said she got a link yesterday, but
But which is this? If she got a link yesterday, how did she get the link yesterday?
I don't know.
The same
Some
way you get the link today is the same way I sent the link.
uh,
Yesterday is the same way I sent the link today. But I don't see her as amongst of one of the emails that I have.
uh,
Her, just send it to her so she can join the class. Please and thank you.
okay, will do.
It could be that it was sent, my email address can be incorrect. Because I see some of the emails that I tried to send to bounce, so probably some persons didn't get the emails and so on. So I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't receive a link from my email as well. So I think my email is wrong.
How did you get this link for today?
Got it in the group.
Oh, all right. So we have to go try correct that. When we wrap up today's class, we look back at that. All right. All
Okay,
right.
no problem.
So we're about to begin. So today we're going to be doing Microsoft Word. What can you tell me about Microsoft Word? What are some of the things that we can be done in Microsoft Word? Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the practical aspect, what are some things that can be done in the Microsoft Word?
Means you can dictate in Microsoft Word, you can edit, you can design, you can search.
You can search in Microsoft Word. What?
Miss, I see the search thing, so I said search.
All right. So tell me what you can search. You have to talk. Whatever you say, you have to back it up. So what can we search in Microsoft Word?
Files.
Okay, good. You can search for other files. That's what you mean. Okay, fine. I can work with that. What else? What else can be done in Microsoft Word? Diane, not because it's your first.
You
Hold
can
on,
also search.
Hold on, Ingleton. I need to hear from others, so I'm going to call on persons. And remember, we're using the raise hand feature for persons who are new. We use the raise hand feature. Remember that, Miss? Remember that, Miss Collington? Raise hand feature. And if not, I will call on the persons. So I want to hear from some of the new kids on the block a little. Miss Diane, what are some things that can be done in Microsoft Word? Do you know? Please note this.
I
Hold
guess
on,
it can
You
search.
can
hold on.
it can be
I
used.
want, hold on. It's adding a raise the hand feature. Okay, fine. Raheem, go ahead.
Yes, miss. You know, you can search pictures on it, right?
Okay, fine. Richards, Sean, go ahead. Sean, you can go ahead.
Miss, I guess you can show some display. It can photocopy,
Stop right
print,
there.
and
You can photocopy in Microsoft Word. No, I don't. And I
I'm
ask you,
just
please. No,
Yeah.
no, you're not coming somewhere there. But remember, you need to use the raise hand features, please, on the thing there. All right. Sean, Hanson, go ahead. But no, you can't
Um,
copy in Microsoft Word. Go ahead, Hanson.
Microsoft Word can be used to create letters, resumes,
Yeah,
queries.
right.
Um, I think if I remember correctly, can use it, create it graph. Um, mm,
All right, thanks, Hanson.
and a lot more.
Yeah, man. All right, thank you. Go ahead, Collington.
Microsoft Word, you can
Yeah.
also design, you can edit,
Now, what you
you can
designing? What are you designing?
design
What?
the design bar graphs and all of that. And you can design the letters also.
All
You can
right.
also dictate, you can speak and then it write.
Well, that's new. That is for more of newer features of, well, because a lot of laptops don't really make. But I mean, you're probably on the right track somewhat. Marcia, go ahead.
I think it, from my knowledge of it, you can use for you use it to do prepare your letters, your structure of a program,
All
and
right.
send it to edit it and send it out.
All right. Alicia, go ahead.
You can
Alicia.
use Microsoft Word. You can use Microsoft Word to make corrections and highlight certain topic or questions or whatever.
Um, it can do that, but I was looking for a lot more concrete things that it can do. But
Move text within documents or so.
right, like documents. What are some documents that you can able to
Miss,
create?
I would say it can
Who is that?
create.
No, hold on, O'Neill. One sec.
Oh,
One
sorry.
sec. Alice, you're
Yes.
you're finished?
Yeah, just I mean, when you're creating certain documents, you can different style and all of that.
Okay, fine. Okay, thanks. O'Neill, now go ahead, please.
I do apologize, Miss. I was saying that it can create different types of documents, which I heard persons mention before, like memos, letters. Um, they can do agendas as well, and different format.
Okay, all right, so good. All right, so let me share my screen. We're somewhat on the right track. Some things I was looking for, but yes, you can do letters. And there are so many more things that can be done in Microsoft Word that I wasn't really hearing, but let us see. Let me know when you're seeing the screen, please.
I'm seeing it.
Yes, miss.
Seeing it.
All right, fine. So this is,
Yeah.
so when you open Microsoft Word, this is what you will see, right? So on this section here where you see the file, the home, and everything here, it is called your ribbon. On your ribbon are the different menus or the different menu tabs on your ribbon. So you have the file menu tab. What else is seen at the top of the screen here? What else is seen? I see
I
file. What else is there? Okay, for
home,
right,
insert,
Home,
right.
draw,
draw,
design,
design,
layout,
layout, references,
reference,
All
mailing,
right.
and review,
mailing, review, view, and help.
help, and view.
Okay, good. So these different tabs or different menu tabs allow you to go to do different things within Microsoft Word. But let us go through the file tab. When you go to file, you see home, which are automatically on new. Now new is if, so let's click on the new. And the first thing you see at the top is blank document. Now, if you notice now in this section, you'll see different headings. It says business, cards, flyers. So you see how many types of documents this alone can do, right? Cards, flyers, letters, cover letters, things like that. You can do flyers. I never hear anybody mention flyers, posters, right? Things like that. All of those different type of documents, invitation cards, all of those type of documents can be done in Microsoft Word, right? So in Microsoft Word also has templates that allow you to go on different types of documents that you can always edit and use for your purpose, use for their specific purpose. So you can click on one of them, edit it, and use it for what you need to use it for. So there are so many different things on it. You have flyers. So you have different flyer templates here that you can take and fix for your benefit. So you don't have to start from scratch. You can just edit it and fix to fit whatever you're doing. So Microsoft Word has a lot that you can use, right? You see how many different types of flyers are in there that you can edit and use for the purpose that it. So if you still starting from scratch, you just go on it, edit the information, and you finish. If you want to change the picture a little, then fine. But you don't necessarily have to start and you start from scratch. This allows you to edit the information that is already there so you can use it. So this as a flyer templates. Letters, persons remember mention letters. So you have the letters and resumes also there where you can edit and fix to yours. So you don't have to start from scratch. It gives you some different templates and you can edit it and fix it to what you want, right? So there are so many things, and on your own time, you can go and look at all the other different templates that are there. So we have so many that are there. Business cards, you can have your own business cards as well. It can be done in Microsoft Word as well too. You can just give a design, you fix it, and you use it, right? So there are so many things. If you go to file and new, you see them. So you can go through it on your time. Clear on that?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Uh, so when you click on open, you will see all the recent, you will see open, you can able to look at the recent documents and also any documents that are in Microsoft Word, you can open, look for any document that you have saved on your computer. You go to open so you can look for the type of document that you want. So if you need Microsoft Word, once you go to open, you're only going to see Word documents. All right, so what open is to open any existing documents that you already have on your system. Can anybody tell me now what they think the difference is between save and save as? I'm not able to see while I'm presenting, I'm not really able to see the raise hand while I'm sharing. So just try not to talk over each other.
In my own
Okay,
words,
so
What one?
save.
Somebody wants to cut in. Which one is that?
okay, so save is when you save the document itself to the in Microsoft Word, and save as, I think, is when you export said document to the internal memory, if I'm correct. So
Not really. Not really. Who is that again?
Akeem.
Akeem. No, Akeem. You're probably you're
Um,
half right,
Miss,
but not necessarily there.
All right.
Let me
For
hear from
me,
somebody else.
in
Yes,
my
go
own
ahead.
words,
Who is that,
I
please? Who is
think.
me? Who is me?
Hello, hero.
I'm saying, who is this? I'm not able to.
Alicia.
Okay, go ahead, Alicia. I'm not able to see
All
because I'm
right,
sharing.
save. You save it to Microsoft Words. In my own words, save it to Microsoft Word, and save has, you're supposed to give it that name, like a topic. So when you go in the file or in the document, you can search for it and know exactly what you're searching for.
All right, yep. Half the quarter there, You get some aspect of it right for the save as, but I don't think you really get the save itself part kind of correct. But
So
for the
miss,
save
let
as,
me see.
yeah,
Miss, say,
So let me see if I can.
that's who now speaking, please.
That's O'Neill.
All right, go ahead, O'Neill.
So I would say save operate as a existing document that you might want to, you know, you already create a document, and you're
Uh-huh.
just making a simple change.
Okay.
So you save it. So
Mm-hmm.
this document would already save on your computer, and you make a simple change and you save it. And save as basically work as a new document saving
Mm-hmm.
to the computer.
All right. Good. Good. Very good. Yes, you are 90%
No, miss, I'm not hearing you.
Miss,
no, somebody's microphone was giving a feedback a while ago.
Okay. What you said? I'm
I'm saying
correct?
you're correct, but there are a couple things missing. So I'm saying you're 90% there. All right.
All
So let
right.
me
Miss,
tell my
save on
two
the desktop, Miss.
and come
Save on
again?
the desktop, Miss. If you save
All
on the
right.
desktop, or if you want to save it in a file,
Who is that?
Cunningham, Miss.
Cunningham. All right. So which one you talking about? Save
Saving
and
it,
save
Miss. If
as.
you're going to save it,
Which one? I said,
yeah,
what is the
right.
difference between the save and the save as? Which one is speaking about?
Miss, because what's her name? They give you the answer for save as, Miss. But
No.
the other the first part would, when they say save, if you're going to save it on a desktop, or you're going to save it in a file, and save as you save it as Christopher Cunningham.
Yeah, not really. That's give me a sec, please. One sec. All right. I want one more thing there, and then I will
Miss,
say. Who is that?
Marcia.
All right, go ahead, Marcia. You're the last one, and then I'll move on.
Save.
Right?
Save as allow you to save your document and give it a name. So when you want it, you can go back to that the name of it. And the save one now is when you're saving, it will update to the current vision of your computer. I don't know if I correct answer you.
Correct vision. All right, the first I hearing that one, but partially a little. All right. So thanks everybody for sharing. So this is now, let me say now the difference between save and save as. Now, for the save feature, and this was where I think it was O'Neill came the closest. The save feature is you're saving the existing, so your document was already saved and you made some adjustments. Person can turn off the mic, please. I am in a feedback. Turn off the microphone. Mute mics, please. Yes. So the save feature is where you're saving change. So you have already saved the document and you went on it, you made some minor changes or major changes, and then you save the changes to the document. That is a save. Now the save as has three major functions. The save as is saving it for the first time. You're giving it a name, or you're renaming the document. Sorry, four things. And also you're saving it in the location where you choose. So that's what save as does. You can save it in the name that you choose. You can rename the document, right? Remember, this is the first time you're saving it. So you're saving it and you're giving it a name. And also you save it in the location that you choose. You can save it on the desktop. You can save it in documents. You can save it on a flash drive, right? So you choose where you want to save it. So that's where the save as feature differs from the save. Clear on that? See the difference?
Miss?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
So, Miss, I
Right.
just went on my Microsoft, but it's not giving me the option for save. Only save as.
But
I'm not sure why that is.
did you go on a document?
Oh no,
And
no.
that
Just went
right,
on the
sorry.
blank.
Right, but the blank you can't say save and you don't have anything there. And you didn't make any changes there.
Okay.
It's the blank one, so probably if you type something, save it, save as is where you're saving for the first time. But make sure that your documents, your Word documents, but all the features should show still. So I don't know. All right, let me move on. All right, so that's the difference between the save and the save as. So O'Neill, you actually came the closest.
Thanks, miss.
Yeah. One second. I think I have too many things open. Let me reshare my screen. Let me know when you're seeing the screen again, please.
Yes, I am seeing
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
seeing it.
seeing it.
All right, good. So on the print section here, you see the big word print. You seeing it? That's the first
Yes.
thing would show.
Yes,
And then you'll
yes.
see,
Yes.
and below that now is the icon now. So if you're printing a document, you click on this icon here. Now beside it says copies. Now, let's say I have a 5-page document. If I say I want two copies, how many pages are going to be printed?
10.
Right, excellent. Who was that?
Marcia.
Right. So you have a 5-page document and you want 2 copies of it. You'll be printing 10 pages. So that's what the copies aspect of it means. How many copies of the document you're going to be printing. So please note, it does not mean it is copy. A copy, that it copied the document, you know, it is printing because it's a printer you're going to be printing on. Right? And remember, what kind of device is a printer? What kind of device is a printer?
External device.
Print documents, miss.
What kind of device is a
No,
printer?
output.
Thank you. Output device. But say
Output.
if
Yeah,
say
output
if the
device.
person them who did the other day they did answer, see, I would have carry a belt. Okay, good. It's an output device, so therefore, whatever you are printing, whatever you type or whatever it is, it goes through that output device. Now, here where it says printer will be the name, will be the printer that is installed to your computer or that you're attached to, right? So that's where the printer is, the type of printer that is installed on your computer. So if you don't have anything installed, you won't see any printers there. So that's where the printer, the name, the type of printer is connected. So if you don't have any printer connected, you will see mostly these Adobe, Fax, these generic things here, but you won't see the name of the printer that is installed, right? All right, now where it says print all pages. Okay, so what is a print all pages? And I have to print all pages mean it printing, if it's a 5-page document, it print all the 5-page documents. What do you think, what do you mean by selection here is pale? Why do you think it is pale? And what is selection when it says print selection? Anybody think they can tell me? What do you think they mean
Miss
by
White.
print selection? Go
Miss
ahead.
O'Neill here.
Yes,
O'Neill
O'Neill.
here. Why that part is pale is because it slipped me.
Pure.
But Miss,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because you haven't select any pages.
Okay, I would
Like
select
page
anything.
1, or you want to print page 1 only, or page 2 only, or 1 and 3. I
Or
think that part is for that section.
you're a little there, but nothing. The selection is not the page. The selection is the information. So
Okay.
that means if you select a paragraph, it prints the paragraph within that page and not necessarily the page. So that's where selection is. So it is pale because we have not selected anything. And that is why it's pale. We haven't selected a paragraph. We haven't selected 2 paragraphs. So if you have a document and you only want 2 paragraphs from that page printed, you select it and then go and print it. And go file and print whatever you are printing. Right? So that's where the selection is. And it is pale because we have not selected any information on the page. Now, current page is where whatever page the cursor is on, that's the page it's printed. So if you're on page 10 and the cursor is that thing that is always blinking, it will only print that page. If your page is on page 9, the cursor is on page 9. If you go to current page, it prints only the page that it is on. The cursor is on. Now, O'Neill spoke about the different pages that you want to print. Now that's where custom print comes in. So for custom print, if you want to print page 1, page 5, page 9, so that's where you go. You go to custom print and you will, so let you want to print, you want to only print those pages, you go to custom print, you say put 1, then comma, then 5, then comma, then, you know, so you select those different pages that you want to print, and it will only print those pages. That's where the custom print comes in. Right, so that's the difference between the custom and the selection. Any questions, anybody? Oh. We clear? Clear as mud? That's what somebody
Yes,
Crystal.
Okay, so for here now it says print. So it is automatically on print on one side. Right? It's already on print on one side. So if you want to print on both sides, you can choose to print on both sides of the sheet, and that would save paper. Either on the long side or short side, it all depends on how your paper, your document is done. You will know how to print it, whether on long side or short side. But if you want to print on both sides of the paper, you choose any one of those selection. Where it says portrait, no, portrait is how the paper is. Portrait is all the page is set on it. So it's on portrait right now. And tell me what you think the difference between portrait and landscape. What did just happen a while ago to the document? This is portrait. This is landscape. What's the difference?
It's different, mate. One long way and one side way.
Right, a portrait.
Rotated, miss.
Right, good.
So one is vertical and one is horizontal.
Is Raheem, Mr. Raheem just said that a while ago?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Yes,
one is vertical.
Which one is vertical, please, Raheem? Let us know. Which one is vertical? Is it the portrait? Portrait.
Yes.
Good. And the horizontal is the?
Landscape.
Right. Raheem went to the doctor's school. Okay, fine. I'm just joking. Okay, so, right. So it depends on how you type of document that you're doing. You know, whether you want it in portrait or landscape. And this section here states the size of your paper. There are many sizes that are used, but we mainly use A4, letter, and legal. That's the main one that we use. So when you buy, if you have a pack of paper, you have to look at the size that is stated there. It can say A4, it can say letter, it can say the legal, right? The legal now is a longer one, right? It's longer than the letter. But A4 and letter are a bit around the same size, but one is a little bit bigger than the other. So what can happen if you do not set your settings in the if you have a A4 paper type of paper and you click and then you click letter, something is going to be printed wrong, or the settings on your if it's not set in your machine that you're printing, it's going to cause problems, right? Because one is a little bit bigger than the other. So you have to be mindful of that when you're printing. Look at the size of the paper, because if you buy a pack of paper, it tells you the size, whether it is A4, whether it is letter or legal. So that's the same thing, you have to be set in your settings here when you're printing and also in the printer, you have to set it as well. Put that in on your printer. So you have to be mindful of that. All right, so as we go along, we can learn the others. All right, so that's only the file tab that we're going into today. Now in our home tab, we have, this is more of where you're able to, your editing tools mostly are at, under your home tab. Right, we have the copy and paste, the cut and paste. So you have the paste here. What's the difference between cut and paste and copy and paste?
Cut is when you take it out completely, and copy is when you just do a second version of it, just copy it and paste it.
All right, anybody else?
So Miss, cut is when you remove it totally from where it was and paste it on another page or somewhere else on the page.
All
and
right.
Copy is when you copy what you have, make a duplicate,
all right, okay,
and paste it either on the same page or another page.
Oh, good, excellent. So copy, good. You're making a duplicate of the information, and cut, right? You're taking it from one location to the next, or you're completely taking it out. Right? Good. What does, so here now we have the style of the writing is here. And we have many different styles of writing. Right? You have so many to choose from. But for your assignments mostly, if you're doing projects, you use Times New Roman is what persons use for assignments when you're doing assignments. In what way can we use the different style of writing? What would the purpose of choosing a different style of writing?
Heading.
You can change the style for the heading, fine. What else? Community hear from others? Who I don't hear from the night?
Names, like when you put using names.
Come again?
Like you can use it for the headings, and what if you're typing like some things, you can use it for like identify a person's name. You can use a different style of writing to make it identify more easily.
In what? All right, fine, yes.
Are the subject. Are the subject.
It can be used at the subject too, yes. Right? So there are many different things you can use it for. You can use it if you're doing flyers, right? Different styles. It all depends on what type of document you're using the style of the writing for.
You can use it also for highlighting, Miss.
Right. Yes. To make it stand out. That's what you mean. That's what you mean?
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Right. To make it stand out. Good. So there are many different styles of writing. Anybody think they can tell me what is the biggest size that Microsoft Word has?
72, Miss.
No. 72 is not it. Anybody else knows? Anybody else? 72 is not it.
It's 18.
The biggest size?
48.
No, you're going down. 48 is not the biggest size.
It's 52.
No. You're going down. You should go up.
78.
No. 72 is what is there, but it is not the biggest.
It's 110.
This is 100.
No. All right, let me show you. All right, let me show you that The biggest. So the biggest size that the Microsoft Word
200.
has is 1,638. See?
What?
1,638. It's going to be very, very big, but that's the biggest size. 1,638. So there are 3 ways to size your. Huh?
Look on your screen I share to see that, but we not see.
1,638. See there?
Just see.
So
Right.
miss
Yes.
it after type it in.
You can type it in, but there's another way you can do it as well. Yes, you can type in the figures to change your size in that section. There are 3 ways to change the size. You type it in, right? Also, beside it here, you see increase font size. You see where if I put the cursor on anything, it tells me what the meaning of each of it means. Right? I'm not clicking it. I just place the cursor over it, and it tells me what's the purpose of the icon. So this icon here, what does it say? What does it say?
Increase font size.
Increase font size. So this is another way you can increase the font size. So I could continue clicking here. I notice I'm not typing anything until I reach the size that I want. Good? So that's another way of sizing your word or sentence or paragraph in Microsoft Word. You see how much it's going up, it's going up. And the biggest size is 1,638. So you can type in. Suppose I give you suppose you get an activity. I need to tell you to change it to a size that you're not seeing. And bearing in mind, it cannot go past a certain size. You can type it in. Right? So if it is not automatically there, suppose I say, okay, so if you notice it says 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, then 16, 15 is not there. 17 is not there. You notice that? You see that? You see the size that I'm showing you here?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Right, so notice that you're not seeing some numbers. So whatever number you're not seeing, you can type it in. So suppose somebody said 25, change it to 25, your size to 25. 25 is not there, but you can type in 25, right? And it will change to the 25. So you select what you're changing and you type in the size. So that's another way of changing your size. So here it says increase font size. You can type it in and then the next one, what it says, decrease font size. And this is here, but you make it smaller. So here for the bigger one, and the next one is to make the font size smaller. It decreases the font size. Increase the font size, decrease the font size, right? So that's the way you can change the size of your writing. Here it says B is for bold, I for italic, and U for underline. What would be the purpose of those 3? Bold, italic, and underline. We can bold, we can italize, we can underline. What would be the purpose of those 3? Bold, italic, and underline.
Said before to identify words more easily.
Or to identify easily. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Topics.
The headings you're talking.
Topics are main point.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Our main point.
All right. Anybody else?
So bold is for the darker, more darker bigger letter, bolder letters. The italic is for the a kind of decorative slant writing. And the underline is for all the words that you type, it will be underlined.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Who don't talk from the night? Who I don't hear from yet? I'm not able to see who is on me now because I'm not I'm sharing my screen. All right, so we use bold, italic, and underline for what we say emphasis. It emphasizes the word or the sentence or the paragraph. Now, underline has an arrow beside it, as you see. You can able to change the style of the underline. See where you have the double underline. And you can also, and it have more underline, so you can always change it, right? You can also change the color, the underline color as well, right? So the color of the underline can be changed and the type of underline can be changed as well. So that's another way of emphasis. Right? Now, on the font, if you notice, you're seeing on the bottom, at the end of the ribbon, you have clipboard, you have font, paragraph, styles, editing, and so on. Under the font section now, you have the font color. And this is where you're able to change the color of your writing, right? You click on the arrow and you choose the color that you want, right? If you're not seeing the color that you want here, you go to more colors and then you're able to see the additional colors that you want to choose from. I'm going to be stop sharing a minute. Who is going to open up Microsoft Word and share the screen today? Who is that, please?
Miss, I'm on a phone, so I can't do that at the moment.
What about the person with the laptops? Talk to me, man. We have 15 persons online.
Download it.
Come again?
No, so I just got
Yes, I'm
laptop
on
to
a
borrow,
phone.
but we have the Microsoft Word, so it's downloading it right now.
All right. Somebody is sharing. This is Collington. All right, good. Collington, go to file for me and new.
File.
File and new.
This one, miss?
Yes, there's only one file there. You seen the screen, right?
Yes, miss.
Everybody, right? Go to new. Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what happened to your one, Collington?
Miss.
No.
Your one is outdated. Your one is not your it's not activated. Like you have a trial version and a trial version up.
Oh,
that is why. That is why.
This activate here.
Yes, but is it paid for?
No, miss.
That is why you think it's free.
It isn't.
Your free trial up.
See, says start your free trial here.
Now click on it now. Let us see.
Miss, that was something I realized last week. But I think if you go on officeonline.com, you can use it from the browser.
Let's see if mine has expired.
You see, say subscribe to complete your purchase.
Yep.
It was a 30-day free trial.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, though.
Okay, miss.
Let me see if somebody else can share. I think that's big. Somebody else can try share. Okay. All right. Marcia, good. So Marcia, what I want you to do now, please, is type a word. Type a word. So, Marcia, go type now. All right. You're going to change. So you're going to select the word now. You're going to change the style of the writing. So select it. Select the word. Click at it, right? And then I want you to change the style of the writing. Click on the arrow that I can see the different styles. You're using the shortcut part. It's also on top of your ribbon. Your style of the writing is also on your ribbon. Click there and let me see the different styles of your writing. Marcia, right, so click, good. Scroll down now and choose that style of writing, different style of writing. I change it to Garamond. Look for something that says Garamond. Take your time, it's in alphabetical order. See Garamond there? Good. Change the size to 45. If it is not there, what you'll do, all right, you have to press enter and it goes on. Press enter now. Good. Change the color. Change your color to purple. All right, good. Bold, italic, and then underline. Italic, double underline. Look for the double underline. So click on the arrow beside the U, the underline. Click on the arrow. Click on the arrow beside it. Please go to the ribbon at the top and you see the double underline. Go to the ribbon, click on the arrow. Right, that arrow, good. And use a double underline. Double underline, one with two, right. Good, let us change the color of the underline. Go back up there and look for the color. When to change the color, same place where you're at. All right, go down to color. All right, choose a color. Okay, good. Thank you very much for sharing, Miss McLean.
You are welcome.
Good, good. You can stop sharing. Keep up Microsoft Word. All right.
Keep on
Okay,
it.
yes. No, I mean, stop sharing. No, no, you're going to continue with the class today. You're just going to follow my instructions. All right? So you are going to continue sharing, and then you are going to follow while I am teaching same way. So not all right. So the next person, who is going to be somebody is going to be doing this next week. So who is going to be can choose themselves from now. We will be the designated person to share the screen and follow in the next class. All right, so Mary, so we have done so far. We have done so far to change the style of the writing, to change the color. to bold, to underline, to change the style of the writing, and so on. So we have done a good amount of things so far. Now now where it says paragraph, look where paragraph is, and put the cursor above paragraph. So font is out there, so go over to paragraph. Now you see there are some lines there above paragraph. Go to the first one for me, the first one. Put the cursor there and it should tell you what it means. Go on it, let us see, go back on it. What is it saying, everybody?
Align text left.
Align text.
Left. Left. Align text, what?
Left.
Left. So it is automatically aligned to left. Go to the next one now, please. What it saying?
Center.
Center. Good. Go to the next one.
Align text right.
Right. And there's one more. Justify. Okay, so put back the cursor on, go back to select the word for me. Select the word that you have there for me. And then I want you to center it. So select it first. All right. Or you can put the cursor, select it. And then center it. Center. Click. Good. Align right now. Align right, and then go back to align left. Okay, great. All right, so that's how you can center your word or your paragraph or whatever it is that you are, or align it. Put your cursor at the end of the word for me, please, and press enter twice on your keyboard. All right, good. Now we're going into the insert tab. Go to the insert tab for me, please. So go to insert at the top.
Miss, just before you move on, Miss. So
Go ahead.
So I've never used the justifier one. What it actually does.
Okay, so for the justify, if you have it kind of centers the paragraph somewhat. So if you have a full paragraph, 4 or 5 paragraphs, it kind of centers it in the middle. So both sides will look even. Both sides will look even on the paper. Right? It won't look, it will make them look it aligned when like it look, the left side will be just like how if you have a paragraph and it's aligned left, you see it straight. So what you will do is straighten the both sides and align, and it justifies it. So it look like both sides are straight on the both ends. We can test it out probably by the next class. All right, put your cursor below word for me, please, under the word. Okay, so you delete it, man. It's all right, make it stay, no worry yourself. So in the insert tab now, we're going to be inserting a picture. We're going to be inserting pictures in Microsoft Word. So there are 3 ways to insert pictures. Some versions might have more, but there are many ways to kind of submit there. So to insert a picture now, you go to insert. You can click on picture. So click on picture for me. We're already under insert. Can't remember you went on it. So at insert on the tab, go to picture. Right now, if you go to picture, it goes to your desktop. So if you have pictures on your computer, then it goes to it. If not, you won't see any. So that means Marcia don't have no pictures at all on her computer. Right? So you won't see any there. But that's one way you can get pictures. So if any is saved on your computer, you go to insert picture and it goes there. Right? Click cancel for me, please, because you don't have any. Click cancel for me. Another way, you have clip art. So this is another way. Click on clip art for me. Now, clip art is more of the cartoon part of it. Click on clip art. It's right beside picture. Right. So we can look. If you look to the right, it says search for. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? Hello?
I am, yes, miss.
Good. We can search for the type of picture that you want. So in the search for to the right, type computer for me. Type computer and then click go. And Marcia's Word, Microsoft Office there is a probably it's a little bit of on the older version. Not true, Marcia?
Yes, it's a Windows 10. Yeah.
No, Office. Office, what is this? Because this look like the older version of Office.
1 sec.
What?
Yeah. Office 10.
That's not Office 10. 7?
Oh, I think so.
Right. So the version is a bit different from what some versions. You click go for me. Click go, because some versions do not make with clip art anymore. You have not showing anything? You seeing any picture coming up?
I think it's already. I don't see anything come up.
All right, delete what is there and just click go for me. Delete the word computer and just click go. Click go now. Good. So some pictures will come up. So maybe they didn't have the computer one on it. So using the clipper, just click on a picture for me. Anyone? No, use the other one beside it. Yeah, click on it. Good. So you have insert the picture. Now, when you go on the picture now, there's the best way to size your picture is from the corners. You do not size your picture from the sides. You size it for the corner, whether you want it big or small. So you have 4 corners. 4 corners, that's your side. So you go to the corner, right? So go to your, right, so go to one of the corners now, and you're going to make it bigger. Use the one to the bottom right corner. Yes.
Miss,
And then
any
you're going to,
special reason why? Sorry,
if
excuse me.
you size it from, click and drag. Click and drag. If you size it from the sides, it's not going to look, it's going to somewhat distort the picture. When you size from the corners, it's keep it in the same type of you're not going to see it as stretched as how you would see it from when you're sizing
It is
from the
right
side.
click or left click and drag, miss.
Left click.
Drag.
Left click. So go back to the side. Go to the corner, click, keep on your mouse and drag. Out. Out. Good. Out to make it bigger. In to make it smaller. You can stop a little. Stop. You can stop. Good. So you size from the corners. Okay, so let me show you what would happen if you size from the sides. Go to the side and look what happens when you're sizing it from the side. So click and drag now, go across. Remember the left? No, go back. When you see the 2 arrow, good. Click and drag now. Right, you notice how you notice what is happening with the picture? Stop. You notice what is happening with the picture? It does not keep it in the same type. It stretch it. So it doesn't look proper. It's not stretched properly. It's not sized properly. So that's why we size it from the corners and not the sides. It is going to distort the picture, and it's not going to look as authentic as it could be. Clear? Any questions so far?
Miss, the right click or the left click, Miss?
Left click. Your left click when you're sizing your left click. So keep down the mouse on your left side and you drag it to as big as or small as you want it. All right. So when you click on your picture, when you click on your picture, a format toolbar would come up. And then if so if you notice it says picture style. You see picture style on the ribbon? So once you put a picture there, you can able to know to enhance the picture. It doesn't have to be the same way as it is. So you see picture styles there. I want you to click on the arrow where you have the picture style to the right of the picture to the right. You see 3 arrows. Now click on the bottom arrow for me, please. I want to show the persons how many different styles it has. Click on the arrow. Right, that one. Click. Good. Many different styles so you can style the picture. Right? Why would we want to? What would be the purpose of putting different styles to pictures? What is happening to the pictures? The picture.
It's changing the shape of how the original one you was.
Right. It's more enhancing it. Why would we want to enhance a picture? We don't want to just use a big square picture. We are enhancing it. What would be the purpose of enhancing the picture?
It's a part where you see border, picture effects and layout you're talking.
If you click on the picture, you see style. If you put a picture on it, you see a format toolbar comes up and there's a picture style. I'm not talking about border. It's different. It is beside, it is if you put a picture on your document, a format toolbar will come up. Once that is come up, you see something say picture style, and you change the style of the picture. Right beside it.
It's a picture layout because it's picture layout have another thing, Miss.
No man, it's style. Click off it for me a sec, Marie. If you look to the bottom, see it's at the bottom here, so it's a picture style. You see it at the bottom of the ribbon. Aren't you seeing it? It's pale, but it says what? Picture what? Picture style, yes. So these are different picture styles. You can do, beside it, you have picture border, which is an additional feature. Because some of the styles would have borders, but beside it to the right, you can also put a picture border around it, which is different. You seen that? To the right of the picture style, you see where it says picture border, so you can put a border around it, or you can use one of the styles that are there.
That's what I was talking about.
Right, but I'm just showing you the difference between the style and the picture border. It's 2 different things. Right, click on the border for me, click on the arrow. You can see now for this picture border now, you can change the color. You can change the style, the weight of the border, and so on, if you wish. Right? So it has a different feature more than the picture style. Right? You can change the shape of the the different style of it, and also change the weight. The weight meaning how thin or how broad you want the border around the picture. And you can change the color. So there are so many things you can do with pictures now that we couldn't do then. In the older versions, like Office, which Office again? Jeez, I can't even remember. The older Office, you couldn't do a lot of these things before. Okay, so let's say now you don't like the changes that you made to the picture. You see something say reset picture. So look for reset picture for me. Marcia. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Are we clear? Are we understanding? Any questions?
No, miss.
Sharina, Shabor, Owen, Shauna. Nobody have any picture, any questions? Carry on. Some persons are very quiet.
No, miss, I understand.
Okay. Okay, we can also change the color of the picture. So if you look at the color, go to color, Marcia. We can change the color of the picture. That means, right? You see it's the color now, you can change the color of the picture. So it would be in the natural color that it came with, you can change the color. And as I said, if you don't like it, you can click on reset picture and change it back to where it is natural settings. So you can change the color as well. Go back to reset picture for me. You're doing an excellent job, Marcia, so far. Great. Now go to color. No, sorry, not color, correction. Correction. So correction now is whether you're going to darken the picture or brighten the picture. So let's say even if you take a picture of yourself too and it is dark, you can brighten it. So it have a different look, right? Notice the brightener, right? It is brighter than how it was before. Or you can go to one of the dark ones, Marcia. Right? It's your dark. So you can darken it, you can brighten it, and there are so many things you can do. Okay. Good. So that's what part is concerned. You can also cut. So click off that now and go back to the picture from him. You can also, so let's say you have a picture and it have a word on it, or it have somebody's face and you don't want it on it. You can crop it, be that you're cropping the part that you don't want. Look up and you go back to the ribbon or you see the whole thing say crop. Look forward to say crop. Look to the right and to the right hand side, straight over, you see the word crop. Let's go over, right? See the word crop, you're going to click on it. Click on it, don't click on the, yes. Click on the word crop now. Go back, go up a little on the word, on the icon itself, not the word. Go to the icon itself. Go up a little. Right, so click on that now, crop. All right, so go to the, click on the crop. It's on it, you clicked on it. Click on the top one where says crop. Good. Now we're going to crop. I want to go back to the picture now. And we're going to be taking off the top part of this picture. So scroll, go to the picture for me. Because if you notice that, so go to one of the corners for me. And you're going to drag going down. We're going to delete some of the, up to the top, to the corner. Right, go down now with the picture. Click and drag. All right, you came off it. So go back to the crop for me. Go back to crop. right? You see the four corners have some black lines around it. It is there. You just came back off it, Marcia. It was on it already. Click back on it. Good. Go on it now. You're going to take off. Right. So click now and drag. Go back. Go to the corner. Right. You see that? You see that?
Left click. Is left click.
Left click, man. Oh, you're off it again, Marcia. Go back again. Click back on the picture. Click back on the picture. Go back to the crop. Just click the word crop. Good. Go now. Go. You're already on. Right. You see. Or go to the go. No. Go back to the corner. You see. All right. Go down with it now. Down. Oh, that's not the right. No, 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 no. Go back up. All right. You see that? You see the line that is there a while ago? Go back to it. Up the top. Marcia, you gone to other things. All right. Yes. Okay. Good. You see the that corner line? Yes. Drag it now. Come. Oh, come down. Down. We're going to cut piece of the picture. Go back up to the line up the top. Yeah. Go now. Drag it and go down now. Down. All right. Stop sharing a second. Let me stop sharing a sec. Marcia, you're doing an excellent job. Don't worry about it. You will get it. Stop sharing a second. Let me just share and let me show.
Thank you.
One sec. Let me just share my screen. Who is going to be the next person to share next? Who's going to share next week? We'll soon wrap up where I'm not. All right, you see the screen?
Yes, what about the person? What about the person that
No, I am
Yes.
sharing.
Yes.
I am sharing. All right, I soon talk to persons after. So when I click on crop, notice that the big black lines are at the corners, right? I am going to click on where that is and I'm going to take off a piece of the picture. Once I have put it where I want it, I click back the word crop again and it takes it off. You seen that? Half of the picture is gone. If I don't want the words on the picture because the words came, I click back on crop again and delete the part that I don't want. So let me go back to the crop. Crop. So any part of the picture that I want to delete, I can. So if you have a picture and if you have a picture, you and somebody, you don't want the person to be in the picture, you can crop them out. Right? You can always crop them out. Right? You see how much of the picture I've cropped? I cut it out. It's not there anymore. Right? So the picture is not the part. So if you crop what you didn't want by accident, right? You can reset picture and size and it goes back to the natural size, right? And it shows you about the everything that was there. So you can reset it back. So if you crop it and you didn't want to, you crop the wrong part, then now you can sorry, insert picture, online picture, I can search. This is another way you can get picture. Go to insert, picture, then online picture. Then I can search for the type of picture that I want. Then I choose, then I click insert, right? So that's another way. Or you can go straight to the internet and copy and paste. Right? Two more things we want to show you and then we're going to end for today. When suppose you put a picture there, you want free movement of the picture, you right click on the picture, you go to wrap text, and you can go to tight, and you're able to do free movement of the picture. If you want the picture to go behind the word, you right click, go to wrap text, and you go behind text. And you see it goes behind the text. Right? So you can set tight for free movement. If you want it behind the text, you right click on the picture, wrap text, and go behind text. All right, so one last thing for tonight and I'll let you go. We can insert tables. You go to insert table. Or you know what, I'll leave that for the next class. No worry yourself. I think we have done a good amount for today. All right. Any questions, anybody?
Miss,
Yes.
so my tablet, Miss, it wasn't showing it as plain, but I see the layout where I can go on it and thing, but it's not showing like, oh, I'm seeing it on your computer.
All right,
But I guess
because a tablet would not carry all the features of what you have. The word that is on it might not carry all the features of it that a desktop might carry. And that's it. That's how it will
so
happen. So it might have some features, but it might not have all of them. That's how it is.
so to continue this class, I would have to need my laptop or desktop to work with them, because
depends on what you're doing. Suppose your thing can still thing there. I don't know what are the features that are on it, but it depends.
it still can type and show many things.
Yeah, but for exam, I think you're going to need a device that can do the activities. That's the truth.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yes, so what about the person that doesn't have a desktop or a laptop? It's just a phone.
So how are you going to do all your assignments, John? Tell me now. What you going to do for the 1 year you're here when you have assignments to do? Can't do on your phone. That's the reality. So tell me how you going to solve that. So see yourself your one problem there. Find a way. We have to find a way.
Can use a tablet. Can use a tablet while on the class.
As long as you're able to do what is expected. I don't know all the features. Everybody tablet is different. Features are different. I can't say yes. If I'm not going to see the device.
Okay.
And say it can work. It's not right. I don't want to tell you yes, and I don't know what your device can do. So for the persons who don't have remember now, you have to just find ways and means. You're saying, what about people who don't? And the reality is that in school, the teacher don't really business if you have it or not. They just want to work. It's like, yes or no? I'm just being realistic.
Yes, yes.
Right? So, Sir John, I do understand what you're saying. However, we have to find a way. We do have a computer lab that we can assist you if you need to come in and use a lab. Let us know from before we make the arrangement. We have a computer lab at the Boys Town. Okay?
Okay.
So that's another suggestion
man.
as well. All right?
Okay.
But we have to find a way. We have to
Alright.
find a way. That's just the reality of it.
All right.
Mhm. All right, so I think we had a fairly good class today. For who's going to be sharing the screen next week, I must thank Marcia. I must thank Marcia for sharing today. Thank you very much, Marcia.
You're welcome, miss.
So who is going to be the next person to share the screen next week? We're going to
Yes, I
wrap.
don't have any problem. Okay.
All right. So O'Neill, you're choosing to do so next week. That's O'Neill,
Yes,
right?
miss.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So for next week, we are going to wrap up Microsoft Word, and then we are going to go into Excel. So that is for next week. So we are wrapping up, not spending very long on Word next week on Word, because we are almost finished. Just a couple more things we're going to show, and then we wrap up Word, and then no, Excel will be the next one. Right?
Okay, miss. Quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
For previous class that I would have missed, is there any recording that I could actually get to watch over?
That's okay. So O'Neill, that's who asking that. O'Neill,
O'Neill.
just send me an email, and they say, Miss, can you send the last recording? I will send it to you. All right.
Miss,
Alright, no problem.
The same
this
email that
record,
pardon me?
this record is they're gonna send us the link.
Yeah, man. That me did do it for last week, so I will send it
Miss,
to you, man. But you know,
Miss
it's not
Diane would
going to
like
be.
the
Diane would like what?
recording of the last class that I did
I
attend
don't know
to.
Diane email. I don't have her information. I don't have anything for Diane.
Miss,
Who
but
that?
I
Sorry.
gave it.
Oh, Diane Williams. Oh, sorry,
Yes,
Diane.
miss.
My apologies. I was thinking of the young lady that somebody was telling me about. My apologies. Diane, do the
Yes,
same
miss.
thing. Diane, you have my email address, the heart instructor email.
Yes, miss.
Right. The heart instructor 123 email. You have that one?
No, miss. No, miss.
Right, I'm going to put it in the chat. For persons who do not get to the recording, I'm going to put the email in the chat. Please send me just a reminder to send you the link, please, for the last week. Not for this week. I'll send to everybody for this week over the weekend. By now, I'm probably Monday, because it takes some time for me to download and so on and put it in the shareable link that I did. So it's not going to be right away. I will get today's one. But for persons who did not get last week one, shoot me an email and I will forward it to you. So Miss P send me the first class link. Right? Here. You see the email, Diane, in the chat? Miss Diane.
So I'm using a phone and I don't see the chat on my phone.
All right. It is heart, Heart. You have something writing it down?
Yes, miss.
Heart, heart instructor. Heart instructor. INSTRUC.
ETO.
EOR. The heart instructor 123 at gmail.com.
Okay, thanks, miss.
Right. So just shoot me an email and
That's artinstructor123 at gmail.com.
Correct. Correct.
All right,
Right?
thanks, miss.
And I will forward it to you.
Okay,
What I will have to do is double check. All right. So
Can someone from the WhatsApp group add me, please?
Who is the admin?
I'm not sure.
It's the person who's the admin can only add you. So if the person they are not admin, then I don't know who's the admin. And Miss Cole is not joining any WhatsApp group. Please note.
Okay. All
I
right, Miss. Good night.
I do emails. Right. All right, let me stop the recording. So it was a good. Any questions before? Are we okay with what for class for today? If I give an activity, so I won't give an activity until next week. I'll give an activity on everything that we do between this week and next week. So next week is when you get the first activity. When we wrap up Microsoft Word, I give the activity, and I'm going to also give an Excel activity as well for next week. So that's when you will get that. And the activity should be done before the following class. All right. So who are the other persons that because I noticed that some persons who were on last week are not here today. I don't see Maureen.
Yes, Miss
Miss.
Miss Maureen, she's sending apologies that she's going to be late because she will leave work 7 o'clock, something like that.
No, you mean she's going to miss the class? Anna late. Miss the class. Yes, Marcia.
You said activities. You see, reading news that you give up. You said us we are going to get activities from those notes.
No man, based on the practical thing that we're doing now.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna give a practical activity based on what I'm teaching.
Okay.
So that's what right. So now I'm saying after next week, when I finish Microsoft Word and Excel, then you get an activity to do to see how best you can to do what based on what was taught.
Yeah, I do. I have to. Okay. All right.
Right.
Fair.
For the other thing, so by next week also you get your link, username and password to the online platform that you will be doing all your internal and your externals on the Moodle platform. So by next week you'll get that as well, which we'll be using as well by next week. All right. So yes.
If for the Saturday class, I do the Tuesday, the Wednesday class, Miss. Do I need to sign in to the Saturday class, or is just the same
No,
thing?
your class is the same thing. The Saturday class is the same thing. Teacher might teach different, but it's the same thing.
Okay.
The Saturday is for the Saturday group. Two different groups we have. We have a Saturday group and we have an evening group. If person's not able to attend the Saturday class and they can attend this one, then we don't have an issue. But it must be stated that they belong to the Saturday class because we don't want to mix it up. Right? Saturday, for the evening class, your only class times for this quarter. I don't know how next quarter is going to be. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but normally it is only Tuesday and Thursday. But because we want to get in some IT skills at the beginning, we had to bring in this, right? For person to get the basic, whether we know it or we don't know it, and also you get a certification at the end.
Miss, you're saying that after doing this IT short course, you'll get a certificate? Wait, hold on. Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
yes, sorry about that. I got kicked off and I had to log back on. What you say?
Miss, I was asking.
Yes, you
You,
do
you
get a
said that.
certificate at the end for this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you get a
I didn't
data
know that.
operation certification.
Okay, from heart, from heart,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
So persons, please, if you did not, as I stated, if you did not get the link, and not the link, the last week class, shoot me an email and I will forward it to you for last week class. All right, based on what we had last week. And the notes as well that we had. Did the person come on who said they weren't able to get, who didn't get the link?
No, miss. I called her and she said that the thing is, miss, we weren't informed of class on Wednesdays, only Tuesdays and Thursdays. So she already made some other plans, some other arrangements for today. So she couldn't log on
Oh,
at the time.
oh,
Yeah. Because I
oh.
was at class yesterday, I realized that I think I heard you said person should email you to get link for class today. So I did and received it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But it's just for, it's just, it will not pass in 6 weeks for
Repeat?
this. We're not passing 6 weeks.
Okay. All right. No problem.
All right. So after the 6 weeks, you go back to the 2-day class.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. But I don't have her information on you. So what I'm asking you to do, please, can you get her information for me? Name, email, and so on, and phone number, and email me, please.
Okay, will do. No problem.
Right. Because I don't have
All
her
right.
name at all on my listing here.
On your okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. So let me stop the recording. And that's it for today's class.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss Knight, what
Uh-huh.
about if a Android tablet have a keyboard? It can work?
If I what?